Sean Urquhart is a writer and performer based in Newcastle upon Tyne in England. Here he presents his piece Old Pals as he wanders around his old stomping ground in Paisley, Scotland.
Hello, I'm Sean Urquhart and this is Old Pals. Dave's texts are expansive, like the man himself. My ancient burner mobile is a bugger to reply on, but I always do. Friends are at a premium, especially in our current global state. I've been feeling alien for years, and just as I'd adjusted to the relative madness of the mainstream of working life, COVID struck. It was coming for years. We have, or at least our rulers and attendant industrial leaders have, systematically abused this old Mother Earth of ours. The pushback was inevitable. Dave and I have been mediating each other's mental states for years, and I keep hammering away at my own shortcomings and failings just as Dave welcomes me home, by text. I haven't seen him since July last year, and he was in pretty bad shape then. Last year was an annus horribilis for most, and this year, though worse on a world scale, hasn't been as arduous on me. Many people will see the invisibles now in their midst, us underemployed marginals just puttering along in the footnotes. I merely wanted and want to survive, earn a bit of my craft. That's proven to be too much of an ask, and now there are billions in the same predicament. I take Job's comfort in that. I've reached out to some other friends and I have a strange optimism about the future. Something budding, unseen rhizome feeding the intellect, an odd rebirth taking place. I last felt this in 2018 and it was short-lived but essential. False hope is the worst of all. I've fallen foul of that spectre and now temper my old runaway enthusiasm with a sad wisdom emanating from my experiences. Nothing new here. I finish a final text, for now, to Dave and time travel back to 1974 in the musical company of Hatfield in the north. I carry a vestige of something beyond the earthly, and it's sustaining me. It's been a hard winter thus far. I'm back in familiar ground and trying to see my old town through new lenses. It's not easy, but utterly necessary. It's a virus hotspot, never a place I might ease in, and yet here I am once again, leave-taking and returning. More ellipses, more collisions with past and present selves. I work what's left of the magic at my fingertips. My illness is in recession. My brain no longer fogged by others' concerns and anxieties. The Dimplex heater filling the room with electrically charged heat is a reminder of a childhood in Linwood. Hazy memories of the very early 70s before everything that was once possible was forever erased. I turn it down and let the stresses of the day dissipate. I see possibilities emerging, hazy ones formed in those off-stage moments when one is fully immersed in oneself, no capitulation to greed, want, desire, or need to scry into the future. I'm moving from grey to warm green, the brightest light on the electromagnetic spectrum. That image in this empty room, save for the inhabitants long gone, those ghosts from Brown and Paulson who grafted on this site decades before, I let them haunt me in a positive sense. The more fear-filled haunting is often when we do it to ourselves. I see clearly. The pain in my joints, the acid in my gullet is a reminder of life. Life in all its vainglory and mystery. I am filling the space a mile from where I was born. Beginnings and returnings. Spectrum bookends. Another day in Renfrewshire before I leave.